What's up, my boss babies? Today I'm going to be doing a wig. Not this one, kind of was feeling myself, but I'm working with the company today by the name of CHANTICHE Lace Wig. They sent over this beautiful box. Inside was this gorgeous wig packaged. It came with the elastic. It is a lace front wig, 3 combs in the front, 1 in the back. Absolutely love the color of the lace. It's a nice brown, perfect for my skin complexion, and you're gonna see how amazing it looks. They also included some lashes, a wide tooth shower comb, and a pair of what are these called, wig caps. I've never seen wig caps that pale light, so I'm definitely gonna have to use some foundation to make those work for me. Here's the elastic band that came included. They actually sew an elastic band in there for you guys. I went ahead and adjusted it as tight as it could go. I also adjusted the straps in the back to go as tight as they can go, and this is how the wig fits. You guys see it's super snug, exactly how I like it. This is exactly what you need if you want your wig to fit glueless. I don't need any glue. I don't need any got to be glued. It lays perfect. Also on the back, I like to hook the big comb in the back underneath the elastic. That way everything fits and lays flat, and if I want to put in a ponytail, it's not going to move or shift. So next up, we're going to start with the parting. The downside to this wig is that you only get about 2 inches of parting space, and I'm showing you here that this is exactly as far back as it goes. But as I always let you guys know, you extend the parting by doing a curved parting. This is going to help to give the illusion that the wig has a longer, more full parting than it actually does, and it actually works for me. So I'm going to use my Got To Be Glue to lay the wig down. Again, this one fits perfect around my hairline, and it is glueless, but I still like to install per se my lace wigs with the Got To Be Glue spray. That way it just gives the hairline a more flawless melted finish, and you'll see exactly how it's going to look at the end. I gave the hair a nice brush through. There was no tangling or excess shedding. It was nice and big. This one is 250% density, so it's definitely super full. Now, one way I like to make my wigs look flawless is to use an electric hot comb. The one I had from the beauty supply store, I accidentally burned with my hot glue gun, and I had to throw it away. So this is the one I had before that, and I got this one from Amazon, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but it really doesn't do much. Like, it's really hot. It was kind of like burning my lace when I got too close, but yeah, it doesn't do too much. So I'm gonna have to find a better one. Let me know if you have any suggestions for a really good electric one. I wanted to add a bit of a bang, so I did cut layers in the very front, just in that bang swoop section, and I wanted to go ahead and make sure the hairline looked super flat and smooth and straight and all that. Again, I'm not sure if it necessarily helped because this hot comb doesn't work the way I like. I'm gonna go have to find that other one that I used to have. Now, as you guys can see, the hairline is definitely pre-plucked. Absolutely love the way it came. I kind of feel like whenever a wig is pre-plucked and I don't still go in and pluck, it still looks a little bit too full. So I'm going in and thinning it out. Now, I did not bleach the knots, but you always have that option. Just remember that when you bleach the knots, you're definitely going to get a little bit more shedding, especially around the hairline. So if you tweeze out your baby hair, sometimes that all disappears within like a few weeks. Just letting you know. And I'm going to just take a, what do you call these? This is like a razor. I use this for eyebrows. Get it from Sally's. And I'm going to use this to go ahead and trim down the baby hair to be about 1 inch, maybe ½ an inch to 1 inch. This works much better than scissors because with scissors you get a blunt cut. With this, it's kind of like shabby, and it makes for a much better. It makes a huge difference, to be honest, when it comes to swooping your baby hair. And you want to go around on each side and get like as low as you can. That way everything looks amazing. Now, I haven't been using this that much, but this is my favorite edge control. Every time I open it up, I have to smell it. This one smells like apple. They smell so good and they work so well. So lately I've been just trying different techniques. You guys know I love to do that. And I've been finding when I swoop the baby hair, I usually start in the center. And you find that when you swoop, it kind of connects, and I don't like that. That makes it look a little bit more messy and ratchet. But when you start at the bottom and work your way around on each side, each swoop remains individual, and it makes it easier to do that. is just a little bit of a tip or a pointer that may help some of you. I do find that when I go like the bottom swoop first and then I do the top, you see how I just did the swoop beneath that bottom one and it connected. I don't like when they connect, and I find the easiest way to avoid the connecting is to go from the bottom to the top. Like basically work in reverse, if that makes any sense. So I'm also going to do the other side, and I kind of like that it's not too uniform. This side of my head looks a little bit different than the other side, and it just makes it look a little bit more natural, because naturally my hairline is thin, and it also is not like perfectly uniform where, you know, each swoop is going to look exactly the same. So I'm going to take the excess edge control on my toothbrush, and I'm going to go ahead and slick down the swoop. I'm going to slick down basically the entire crown of my head, and this is just going to make everything look, you know, super smooth and flat and finished, especially because we're going for a big loose wave hair. And I love the way that came out. Those swoops look super good, and because the lace was a nice brown lace already, it definitely makes it look more natural to my hairline. Your scalp always is like a shade or two lighter than your skin tone, so this is what this reminds me of already. But of course I'm going to add a little bit of powder at the end. You guys see I just added a little bit of a serum to go ahead and tame the hair. It's nice and big and curly, but it did need something to tame it just a little bit, and that definitely did the trick. But I decided at the very last minute I kind of wanted to go in and just make the curls a little bit more tame. They're like big and beautiful, and I could have just used like, you know, conditioner or something like that, or a styling product to make it look more natural. But I kind of wanted a heated style instead. And you guys see, as soon as I wrap the hair around the wand curler, I can drop it literally instantly and the curl already is formed. So that made it much easier, because I didn't have to wait and hold it there for like 15 or 20 seconds. I literally could hold it there for like 5 seconds and boom, the curl was formed. So I run around and I just did the curls. I did some going forward, some going backward, for just more of like a nice wavy, you know, messy look. And they came out actually really, really, really good. Now this wig again is 250% density. I believe it runs in the $300 range because it is a nice, full, gorgeous wig. The color I chose was natural brown. I believe it came in a natural color, a 1B, a 2, and a 4. I thought I opted for the 4, but I think I accidentally went for the natural color, which was fine because it still came out super flawless. I love how flat the wig lays up top, even though, you know, the hair is nice and full. It's not too bulky around the crown, which makes for a more flawless, more natural, more realistic look, because I hate when it's, you know, too full. And this is what the hair looks like all the way around when one side is done and the other side is curly. Now I'm going to just do the opposite side off camera. I'm also going to add the powder to the parting, and of course I use my L'Oreal powder as always, and this one I believe I get in the darkest shade. I think it's called Mocha, 360 Mocha, I want to say. Yeah, 360 Mocha. You can find this at your local drugstore. If I didn't mention, the texture is loose wave Brazilian virgin hair. And yeah, hope you guys really loved this one. I let it set while I did my makeup and I ate, so the curls set for at least about 30 minutes to an hour. And here I am on camera pulling them apart. And you guys can see it pretty much did the same or a very similar texture to what it already was, but it just gave more of a neater finish, I guess you would say. Absolutely love the way this one came out. My favorite part was of course the baby hair, because I think I slayed it for the gods. And I'm going to just use my hands to kind of tease the top for a little bit of height and definition, and that's pretty much it. So really quickly, this is the final result. Really love the way I did the baby hair. Been trying to switch it up here and there, and I love this. I pulled out enough so that it covers the entire perimeter. I like when my baby hair covers the entire perimeter so you don't see the line of demarcation as well. I feel like, especially because I didn't bleach the knots, I did a pretty good job. Only con to this one is you only get like an inch or two of parting space, so I kind of rounded it out instead of just going straight back and risking you being able to see that track that sits right here. You kind of just curve it out so that you have enough hair to cover all of your tracks. And I kind of just used different products that you guys seen in the video to kind of give it a little bit of a flat look up top. I won't lie, it is kind of like I did a little bit too flat. So maybe I'll switch it to a center part because I kind of feel like this is just so flat. It's almost too, like I need some extra oomph, if that makes any sense. Nonetheless, I love the way it came out. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I have all the details listed in the description bar. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.